Greetings YouTube, Joe here with Culination Media, and welcome back to the very next episode of Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness. This is episode number 49, and we begin here at Mountain Battle. We're going to be talking to the move Relearner. So basically you pay him Poke Coupons, and he will teach one of your Pokemon a move that has already forgotten. It does have to be in its move pool though. Okay, so we're going to be doing this with Vulpix, with the move Will-O-Wisp, and we're going to be getting rid of Confuse Ray in the process. So it does look kind of weird because Vulpix now has 3 Fire-type moves, but it's well worth it because now we have something that can inflict a status condition on Shadow Pokemon, which we need to have. And now that we've done that, we're going back to Phoenix City. Okay, so we need to go into the pre-gym. And there's 3 trainers in here that we have to battle. And this is the first one. Welcome to the Prestige Precept Center, or as everyone says, the pre-gym. Yep. Oh, you have a letter from the mayor for Justy. Is that right? Oh, I hear a little voice whispering to me. That's just creepy. And that voice tells me to take that letter from you. Ha 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 ha. I felt like there should have been a laugh there. Okay, so we have Cipher Peon, Eloine. No, I don't want to say Eloine. That doesn't sound right. Eloine sounds better. Okay, so she begins with Curlia and Lanoon. And we're going to send out Aron. And Vulpix. And the new move that we got for Vulpix is Will-O-Wisp. And it does have a downside in the fact that it does have only 75% accuracy. So it does miss. And with my luck, it's probably going to miss a lot. But that's not something I can control. If you find that it's missing a whole bunch, you can always... Oh wow, that killed Lanoon in one hit. Damn. You can always call Vulpix before using it to increase their accuracy a little bit. But anyway, it inflicts the burn condition, which is really useful because a lot of the Shadow Pokemon use moves that rely on their physical attack, and the burn condition is going to lessen their ability to use those moves because it does decrease the attack stat. The only downside is that if you don't catch the Pokemon in time, the burn will kill them. So you do need to be careful and use it when you feel like you have a good opportunity to catch the Pokemon fairly quickly, or at least when it gets down into the danger zone that you'll be able to catch it quickly. Okay, so we're going to switch Aron out for Golbat here, and obviously we have Natu, who is a Shadow Pokemon. He's a Psychic and Flying type. And it's the only other Psychic and Flying type available other than Lugia. And we're not going to be worried about Lugia. Will-O-Wisp actually hits, so Natu is going to be burned. I think Will-O-Wisp looks so cool with that blue flame. It's freaking awesome! Yeah! And your Synchronize ability doesn't work on fire types. We're also going to confuse it with Golbat. And I don't know what else to do. I guess we'll just call Vulpix. We basically need to just waste time here and either hope that it hits itself and just, have its health be whittled down by the burn condition. The other plus to using Will-O-Wisp is that you don't have to risk getting a critical hit when you don't want to. Because obviously when they're getting hurt by the burn condition, they're not going to get critical hit on it. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Okay. Good. We'll use a potion on Golbat just because I have nothing else to do with this turn. And we're going to call Vulpix again. And we can probably try to catch Natu after this turn. And he hit himself. As you can see, it didn't do a whole lot of damage, even though Natu does have pretty low physical defense. There is the fact that his attack is being lowered by the burn condition that also does affect when they attack themselves. So just to keep that in mind as well. But more so, I was confusing him for him to waste turns and get hurt by burn than to actually do damage to himself via confusion. We use a Great Ball even though he's still on the green. And he stays in. Hell yeah. And that's Natu. I'm not going to be using Natu obviously because I have Golbat for my flying type. But Natu is an interesting choice. And he's not a bad choice at that. So yeah, moving on. I don't know, do I need to heal before I go up here? I guess not. because the only one that really took any damage, significant damage that is Natu, and I'm not going to be using him, so... Oh, Snorunt's ready to be purified, yay. Okay, so these are the last two trainers here. They're both obviously in disguise. The way you battle, you play things too safe with your Pokemon. There's no such thing, lady. Since you don't seem to hear what I'm saying, I suppose I better just beat it into you. Weird. That's not what teachers are supposed to say, you meanie. We have Fasten here, and she has Remoraid and Golbat to start off with. Golbat, obviously, poison and flying type. It's a quick attacker, and relies mainly on Confuse Ray and physical type attacks. And then we also have Remoraid, who is a pure water type and has interesting attacks. It can pull from a decent move pool, especially around the level that it's at right now. It does learn Psybeam, Aurora Beam, all that stuff. So just keep on the lookout for some of those different moves. Remoraid still goes down to Flamethrower, despite it not being very effective. And Roselia is going to be the next Pokemon. And, in addition, it's also a Shadow Pokemon. Roselia is one of the few decent grass types available in this game. Even though Roselia can't evolve in this generation, its stats were still pretty decent. Enough so that you can use it effectively throughout the game. I don't necessarily recommend it in this game because of the other available grass-type Pokemon like Shroomish and like Seedot. But if you don't know what to use and you're looking for something different, Roselia is always an option. It does have the very common Poison Dual type, although it doesn't learn any decent Poison type moves, and it also doesn't have a very good attack stat, so the Poison type moves won't do that much to it anyway. Golbat goes down to the headbutts. Hooray! Vulpix almost grew up to level 30 there. Now let's see, we'll use Mud Slap on Roselia, and we'll use Will-O-Wisp. Of course, Will-O-Wisp missed, but that's okay. Shadow Wave is a attack that uses the special attack stat. Damn, critical hit. Not cool. As I was saying, it uses the special attack stat, so that means that Will-O-Wisp isn't really going to affect it, and having it have a burn condition isn't going to lower the amount of damage that it's doing, so having it miss really doesn't do anything. Damn, I missed again. Crap. I probably should have called Vulpix because he might end up dying before he gets to use it. Aron goes down, sadly, and Vulpix avoided the attack. So Mud Slap actually did something for us. Whoa. Whoa, whoa. We're going to send out Golbat. And I do recommend using Great Balls on Roselia because it is a Pokemon that can't evolve. The catch rate on it is a little bit lower than usual. So, especially if you don't have a status condition on it, I recommend using a Great Ball. Just listen to what I have to say, damn it. Will-O-Wisp finally hits. And that'll obviously accelerate this process a little bit because it was kind of getting drawn out. I'm really afraid to attack it because lately I've just been getting a lot of critical hits throughout the recordings. I've had to start a couple of them over because of just really bad instances where I just keep getting critical hits over and over again. Now that Vulpix has burned Roselia, we can pull him out of here so that he doesn't get KO'd because we do have one more battle to do. And I don't want to have to go back and heal. We'll just send out Natu, even if he gets killed. And Roselia hopefully will hit himself in confusion. Nope. He goes for the Shadow Wave. Thankfully, it won't be very effective on Natu because he is also a Shadow Pokemon. Yeah, only does 5 damage. And I think the burn actually did more than the Shadow Wave did. Okay, what can we do now? I guess we're just going to throw a Great Ball at it. He's down into the yellow, so he's below half. We should be able to catch this thing. I'll call Natu just to waste another turn. If I don't catch him on this turn, he should definitely stay in the next turn because he'll be down a little bit more health. Stay in the ball, Roselia. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, well, we have one more Shadow Pokemon to catch and one more battle in this pre-gym before we have to move on because this isn't actually the last part of the Phoenix City invasion. Okay, let's see here. I should probably heal up Vulpix because we want to keep him in that burn condition ready to go. Because there is another Shadow Pokemon in this battle as well. Guess we have to switch out Aron for Golbat because Golbat's just been amazing these last couple of battles. I can't wait till Golbat evolves. Actually, I'm going to switch that out for Vaporeon instead. Change my mind. Pineco is ready to be purified, but we'll be doing that later on. Huh, you're wondering if I'm a fake too? Okay, yes, if you want to be precise, I'm the real Justy Impersonator. Interesting. The real impersonator, so the other ones were just fake impersonators? Or they were impersonating the impersonator? Oh, it's so confusing. If you want to play Hero and rescue them, well, you need to deal with me first. And if you read what he said while I was just blabbering, he said that all of the real citizens of Phoenix City are locked and being held hostage in the basement of the pre-gym. So we need to find a way to get the key to the elevator so that we can unlock their little hostage room and whatnot. Okay, so Faustin begins with Kadabra and Sneasel, two very fast Pokemon. Sneasel also has Fake Out, so it will probably attack first on the first turn and make it so that you can't attack because it makes you flinch. This team also likes to use Double Team. So almost everyone on the team is going to use Double Team, ironically enough. But I'm able to hit him anyway, and Kadabra goes down to a bite. And Kadabra can also do a lot of damage. I don't know if it knows Confusion or Psybeam, but either way, with its very high special attack, you need to be careful and don't send out a Pokemon that's weak to Psychic. Mischievous is the next Pokemon. Vulpix obviously flinched from the Fake Out. Let's see here. We can use Bite on Mischievous because he's a pure Ghost type. And there we go. Sneasel goes for the Double Team. So they like to increase their evasiveness over and over and over again. I'm taking a chance here with going with a Heat Wave. Hits Mischievous, not surprisingly, because he just came out. But it also hits Sneasel, which does kind of surprise me because it only has 90 accuracy to begin with. And then plus the Double Team, and it still hits. Not that I'm complaining or anything. Vaporeon grew up to level 30, and out comes Meowth. Interesting choice, right? Well, it's a Shadow Pokemon, and that's why it doesn't really fit in with the rest of his team. Obviously, Meowth is not going to be spamming Double Team, so you don't have to worry about that. And Bite also takes care of Mischievous, so I do recommend bringing a Dark type if you have it. If not, just something that knows Dark type moves. We use Quick Attack with Vaporeon because even if I get a critical hit, it's not going to matter. And it doesn't really do that much. Well, it does do a lot. Almost half. And Meowth goes for the Shadow Rush, which is a little bit more powerful than the usual Shadow Blitz, so do watch out for that. Will-O-Wisp missed, unfortunately. And I'm not going to take any more chances with attacking Meowth. So I'm just going to go for the Sand Attack to lower his accuracy. And from there, ha! I've been getting really lucky with the lowering of accuracy so far. Like, as soon as their accuracy gets lowered, they miss, which is something that almost never happens unless I get my own accuracy lowered. Will-O-Wisp does hit, and now he's burned, so Shadow Rush is going to be doing less damage, and we should be able to catch him. Go for the Sand Attack with Vaporeon just in case. Try to buy myself another turn, and we'll use a Great Ball. I probably could have gotten away with a Pokeball because it is Meowth, but I'd rather be safe than sorry. I don't want to have to do this again. And Meowth, more than anything, is just a fast Pokemon, especially when it evolves. It's a very speedy Pokemon, and that's its main use. It doesn't have a lot of attack. It can learn some interesting moves like Thunderbolt and Shadow Wave. Not Shadow Wave, Shadow Ball. Whatever. And yeah. But other than that, it's pretty fragile. And I don't know, it's all just a normal type. I'm not a big fan of normal types, so moving on. Sorry to say, nobody trusts me with anything important like that, and he's talking about the elevator key. So I guess we have nothing else to do in here. So we need to go heal up before we begin the next little phase, and that's going to be taking out the invasion that is inside the Phoenix Stadium. And that's going to be interesting because we have a lot of battles left to do. We actually have a battle before we get into the stadium, and then we have like 4 or 5 battles inside the stadium as well, and including a boss battle. But that's going to be it for this episode, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and please stay tuned for episode number 50. Game on.